Hey, awesome ones. As a former 80s model, I remember obsessing about being thin. Being thin was a daily ritual that I obsessed over right to the point of bulimia. The video I'm going to do right now is not about body shaming. It's about obsessing about your weight. And I remember I was doing fad diets too and all kinds of crazy things. So this video is about 5 kind of things that are out there that seem to be weight rules that I'm just never going to obey again. So I admit it, weight loss and keeping it off is not an easy thing. However, I've managed to keep my weight pretty well the same for the past 20 years. Now at 63, there's some people who probably say to me, Heather, you could lose another 10 or 15 pounds, and that's all right. That's their opinion. Maybe one day I'll decide to lose 10 pounds, but for right now, I'm just not obsessing anymore. And the number one thing that I'm not obsessing about is the thigh gap. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like for a long time, it was all about the thigh gap and now here I am over here. I've got a little mini skirt on. No, I don't wear this little mini skirt all the time, but basically what I'm showing here is where they say you have to have this thigh gap. Basically what you have to have is, you can come back here now. You have to have this little gap where they can see the other side of, you see the blue wall behind me through your thighs. And if you don't have it, man, you got a problem with your weight. I just really feel that if you've had children, probably if you're over 30, obsessing about this one every day and checking in the mirror to see if you have the thigh gap, forget about it. I throw that one out the window. I'm not obsessing about it, and I'm kind of suggesting that you don't either. So the number 2 rule I don't obsess about anymore is to weigh yourself and know what your weight is and always know what your weight is and know if you're gaining weight, da 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 da. Well, I'm going to show you something. I'm not the worst housekeeper in the world. This sits underneath my bed, and it's my dusty scale. And I just went for this video, I went underneath the bed, and there it was. All kinds of dust. I'm going to put a little heart here because I just love all my subscribers, but I don't know how it gets dusty under a bed, but oh well. The reason I wanted to show you my old dusty scale is because I weigh myself about every 3 or 4 months. Honestly, I used to weigh myself twice a day. That is obsessing about your weight. And sometimes I'd be going, oh my gosh, I must have drank too much water, or maybe I had too much milk today, or I would just be freaking out because it looked like I had gained some weight, or maybe it was, certain time. Anyway, it was just wrong. So now I have some skirts and pants with no spandex, no elastic in them, and even a pair of jeans too. And if I want to check my weight out, I just pull on those babies. If I can't do them up, man, I gotta go for longer walks, exercise more, or whatever I need to do. But standing on that scale every single day and monitoring is not something I want to do anymore. Hey, you can look in the mirror and see if you're, with these other pants and that sort of thing. Are you gaining weight or are you not? But obsessing with that baby twice a day? No more. So my number 3 rule that is broken now is denying myself dessert. You see a lot of women and men too that will no longer eat dessert. And you know what? Hey, if you've got a situation where you're not allowed to have sugar or something like that, I totally get that. But denying yourself dessert, I don't think it's a good thing. However, on the flip side, when I first met Bill, you are a dessert junkie. Now, Bill drives me crazy because he exercises a lot. He walks the dog 3 times a day. And so, you know, he can eat a lot of desserts. But I was eating desserts with him every single night. And he would make, as you know, that amazing French press coffee. Hey, I'll even put how he does that French press coffee up there with the video we did. And you want to have an amazing dessert. So I was going through this time where I gained 20 pounds and I said, what am I going to do? This is what I did. I decided I'm only going to eat desserts on the weekends or on my or somebody else's birthday or celebration. And I've been doing that for years now. You know, sometimes I'll slip a little cookie maybe, but anyway, I don't eat those cheesecakes and all of that sort of thing. Nope. If it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's not happening. I'm not eating dessert. And how does that work for me? Well, I had my birthday celebration a couple of days ago, and this is the dessert that was spread out on the cruise that we went on. And this is my little plate of desserts that I had, and I think it was a Tuesday or something. I indulged in that dessert and I enjoyed it and I savored all of the chocolate and everything, and I went, it's my birthday, happy birthday to me. And I think you should have some fun with food too. So the 4th rule was to weigh your food or make sure it's in these little containers or something like that. That's a lot of work to do. Mind you, I remember a few years ago, I don't know what happened, but plates went from these normal plates to these kind of platter looking plates, and they were really, really all the rage. Well, I've definitely gone back to the smaller plate, and I will also show you here that I'm now taking probably about 2/3 of a portion to maybe even a half of a portion of what I used to take. Now this is a really healthy kind of meal, really enjoyable. It happens to be Sunday night tonight, so I'm making a little bit of a nicer dinner, but my portion size will be small, and well, smaller than what I used to take. And I think that that really helps. But another thing is to remember that you got to have 3 meals a day. So I usually start off with real fiber intake for breakfast. Usually I've got some kind of a granola with cranberries and that sort of thing. Also my multivitamins, which I think are very important as well to take. And then at around 3 o'clock, I may want a little snack, and I'm doing a video on that to show you the snacks that are at my desk. And, you know, maybe a little bit of a light lunch, maybe a smoothie or something like that. But make sure that you're not just going to say, oh, you know what, I'm just going to have a really small portion at dinner. We need to take in some calories. We absolutely have to. And if you're cutting yourself down to, what, 800 calories a day or something like that, it's absolutely not healthy. And also measuring and all that, it gets boring after a while. You're probably going to give it up. So just make those plate portions a little bit smaller and throw out the measurings. So number 5 is, can you tell by this? Going on a fad diet. Oh my gosh, like, do you remember the grapefruit diet, or oh, what other ones were there? I wrote them down here a little bit. How about, oh yes, the all liquid diet, or even the baby food diet? Like, forget about it. I know some friends that have gone on these diets recently. I haven't been on one of those since my modeling days, but, and yes, they lose the weight. But then because of all of the restrictions or eating the same old boring food all the time, they just quit, and then they yo-yo most of the time, not back to their weight that they were before they got into the diet, but to more weight, and then they really have a problem taking it off. So my suggestion to you would be, as I mentioned, you know, exercise, eat right, watch your portions. And if you really want to lose weight, and hey, a lot of us do want to lose some weight, or at least maintain our healthy weight. If you want to lose the weight, do it really gradually over time. Please don't resort to just these. So don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that all weight loss programs are wrong. As a matter of fact, there's some remarkable ones out there. You know, I really like the ones where you're sort of helping each other and it's a friendly kind of atmosphere, as opposed to, you know, pointing the finger at people and not allowing them to maybe lose the weight gradually. I think that for men and women, if you're in a group and it's a very comforting group and you like working out a little bit, good for you, and good for those weight loss programs that are healthy and keep you happy. That's one of the things that I think is very important. The other thing I think is so important is that you're enjoying life. You know, this is awesome over 50. This isn't just, you know, being thin over 50. No, no, no. This is about living an awesome life. And so eat those foods properly, exercise, enjoy yourself, but make sure you're savoring those moments. If it's your birthday, if it's somebody else's birthday, if there's a nice piece of cake there that, you know, has your candle on it, go ahead and enjoy. And something else to be savored are our subscribers. You guys, oh my gosh, like when we're reading the comments, we're just savoring every moment. You're so amazing, and you're helping each other there too. Right, Hurricane? They're amazing, aren't they? And, you know, there's something that I learned too, and I just wanted to let you know there's a bell around the video somewhere. So if you are a subscriber and you want to keep up with our videos that we put out now twice a week, yeah, ring that bell and it gives you a notification. And if you're not a subscriber, well, come on down. There's a button right down there, and we'd love you to join us. Tuesday afternoons, we put out inspirational videos, lifestyle, food, exercise, that sort of thing. And then on Fridays, we put out the beauty and the fashion videos. So we would love to have you join us, and all of those that are already joining us for, well, we've been doing this now for over a year. Yay! So some of you have been with us that long, and you know who you are. Thank you so much. And until next time, remember, I don't care about weight and not what you look like and that sort of thing. If you're a beautiful person and you're just fine with the way you look, well then that is amazing. I'm just so happy for you. All I'm trying to say here is for those people that are getting into some of these weight loss fads and that sort of thing, I really care about you. I want you to stay healthy. I don't want you to obsess. I certainly don't want you to go anywhere where I went with my bulimia. So in the meantime, remember to keep it awesome, and we'll see you soon. Everyone's invited to subscribe and join us on our videos.